leaders sometimes go separately from the dancers and they'll learn go through the sheet music with the director and learn their songs. The dancers will learn all the choreography, and then we join together. We have about 10 days per show, so we have 3 main shows. So it takes 10 days to learn the show, and then at the end we just review them all before joining the show.
There we go. So we've done the rehearsal, we've trained, we've auditioned, we've done the rehearsal, and then as our dance captain is going to tell us what happens next. And what happens, let's go over this. Can I stand on your one? Sorry.
Right.
Oh, Anna, sorry, I'm here, right.
Right, so then we fly out to join the ship wherever it is. We were really fortunate that our ship was actually in Tampa. So we just had like a 10-minute drive. Yeah, it's handy. Anyway, our first few weeks on board are quite busy. We only had 2 weeks, I believe, to install these 3 shows. So what we mean by install is, for example, Band on the Run. You would go in. Hello.
Hello. Alien experience.
So you're going to the theatre whenever the theatre is available, so it was quite long hours of the day. We'd have to go in sometimes at 7 AM to 10 AM, then be out again. Well, they use the theatre midday, then we'd have to sneak in maybe for a quick hour, and then we definitely would always be there from after show time, so around 10 PM to at least 2 AM. And it's quite tedious because you have to stand there while they fix the lights. And then once they fix the lights, we have little numbers on the stage to create all the patterns of where the dancers stand. So you have to make sure you stood on the correct number, then they have to make sure the lights work, and then you run each number. So for example, for like Dancing Queen, you'd stand there, they'd check the lights, and then you'd run it. And if that number was okay, you would move on to the next one, Hot Stuff. So whatever the next number is. So it can be quite a while, but we managed to do Band on the Run in 2 days, so that was really good. And then on top of that, we have a wardrobe supervisor called Roberta, and the costumes are left on from the previous cast, so obviously we're all different shapes and sizes. So that again is another like timely process. You have to stand there, or they pin you and poke you and measure you, and they fix the costumes. And then you do another run, so they can see what the costumes look like under the lights. So it's quite long, and that's what we call an install. And we do that for each show. Yeah.
Cool. So, folks, we've got to the point where the show is open, but it doesn't stop there. So even though they've rehearsed in Tampa and they've installed, they've set up the show here, and those long days, normally for about 2 weeks. You did it in a week, didn't you? Your 3 shows in a week? Yeah, we did.
We did it on a reposition cruise,
yeah,
so like we did.
12 days.
Yeah.
But they did that anyway. So they're there, the show's up and running, but folks, even to today, you know, they have rehearsals still, so it's not as if they just forget about it and they go and lie on the poolside and enjoy the sunshine. Well, not for all of the day anyway, but at least half the day you can do that. But they go, they do...
If it's sunny,
if it's sunny, yeah. But they do rehearse still every day, so there's still work going on all the time. So as we've had an overview of what we've done, where we've been, who we are, has anyone got any questions, direct questions? Yes, that's a good way. Sir. Who picks the music? Who creates the show?
Well, the shows are already created. They're created by external directors. So it's kind of like a team. A lot of the times, the way that shows on cruise ships work, somebody will have a show, and they will come with the music, with the concept, with an idea, and they will present it to the company. It's the same as on land with producers. The company will then be like, okay, I want to invest in the show, they'll take it, and then they'll get choreographers in, and that's just the way it is. And like Band on the Run is on 2 other ships, and it's the same on the 2 other ships, same music, same type of choreography. I mean, it's slightly different in each ship, slightly different for each cast, but that's kind of how it works.
So the concepts are brought to Norwegian or created with inside Norwegian with people that they work with on a regular basis. So I'm coming to you. How's the scrapbook going, all right? Right, tell me.
When you first come on the ship, and you're learning each one, do you actually do all 3 production numbers in that first cruise?
Yeah, so for Band on the Run, it was 2 days, and then we performed it. Elements was 4 days, and then we performed it in the same showdown. So we did them all that week.
We put them to work straight away. Put them to work straight away. Yes, sir.
The show must always go on, but do you have a story, real or imagined, where it could have turned out really disastrous, but actually...
Last night, yeah.
What was that?
Basically, it's a long... Okay, so...
Is this a personal story or is this to do with the show?
No!
Oh, right, okay.
If you want a personal story, I can let you know. Well, no, so like as Tom said, I'm the dance captain, so I'm in charge of making sure the shows are maintained and up to the standard that they were when we left Tampa. So last night, it was pretty epic. We have 2 dancers that are really ill with the flu, so they couldn't do anything. We had 1 male dancer and 1 female dancer, and I actually really injured my shoulder. So basically we had to do what we call a reblock. So we called everyone in the morning, and I had to change all the numbers, all you know, that what I was saying earlier, all the little numbers on the stand, I had to shift it all around to make it look even. Then we had this massive cannon, and I had to really think, because like, everyone had a certain number, obviously a person was missing. So then I was like, God, here we go, so I was like, keep thinking about what I was doing, I don't know. Oh, a cannon is like, someone will go and count 1, the next dancer will go and count 2, and I believe Andrea was missing, and she was like number 7, so whatever, so we had to fix all of that. And then we had a male dancer, oh, and Andrea is also the other girl that did the bungee, you know, the little flippers? So there's normally 2 girls, it's normally myself and Andrea. I got taken out because of my shoulder, and Andrea got taken out because she has the flu. So the one girl you saw, she was actually the understudy. So she did a fantastic job.
Wow, yeah.
So that's one thing. So she was the understudy. We had to change the whole routine, change the lighting, because obviously there should be lights on both girls. Then we had to change ribbons, you know, the people that were waving all those ribbons. The male dancer wasn't that, and I had to go in, and I genuinely had no clue what I was doing, and I just went, ha! And the light was still out, like... Anyway, so that's what we call a reblock. So to come in, change all the numbers. But did you guys notice?
No, you did a great job.
But they're much better.
I did say that I would happily have stepped in.
I don't know why you didn't.
Well, I did say it, but
you could
no
have
one wanted
asked
me
around.
to. Anyone over here? Yes, ma'am. What's the... Excuse me. Private conversation later, okay? How long do you have to change your costumes in between numbers?
It's awfully quick.
Grant has some really beautiful ones. His leopard print jacket's one of your personal favourites, right?
But what I like about Grant is sometimes he forgets to put them on. He just comes out shirtless.
There is one change I have at the very start of Band on the Run, which is our first show, and I have less than 15 seconds to change my whole outfit. And because the pants I'm wearing are quite tight, I can't put my shoes on, they come off as well. Shoes over my head, then everything's off, and it's literally just in the wing as well. So if anybody comes off and pulls the curtain too far, the whole audience can just see my bum.
Oh my goodness.
Luckily, we do have Roberta to help us out backstage.
Oh, that's her, yeah.
And with elements, the singers help the dancers change. Since we don't do much, so we help them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sir, tell me.
This is especially about, I don't think he's here, but the guy that was always flying around on the ropes there, his strength and agility amazed me. You guys he must spend 3 hours a day in the gym, doesn't he?
I'm actually his personal trainer. I take him to the gym every day. But yes, tell us. I mean, is gymming something that you have to do, or is it, especially the aerialists?
We're supposed to do 5 hours a week.
In the gym? Is that contracted then?
Yes.
Or just a thing?
And we do get weighed in, all the singers and the dancers. Every 2 weeks we get weighed. So you're supposed to be the same weight you were when you were hired.
Wow.
So you can't be 5 pounds less or 5 pounds more.
Okay. I didn't know that. Thank God they don't
On a
weigh
cruise ship
me.
and they get weighed.
I'd be off. Right, who is next? Yes.
Give her a burger.
How does the ship affect your dancing and singing and, you know, time sheet, Rough sea. What does
Oh,
that-
rough sea. So how does the ship, like the rocking, affect your singing and dancing on the stage?
If it's very, very bad, then the show gets cancelled. Last week the show was cancelled, last cruise. One of the second element of the show was cancelled and we had to do it the following day. Sometimes, you know, things have to be amended, certain dance moves and lifts, etc., just for safety reasons. But it can be quite fun. I think Anna fell over, didn't you, last week? Yeah. Yes.
What we do is a procedure, so what will happen is, when we realise it's a little rocky, then for example, the lips will come out, and then the heels will return to flat shoes, etc., 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 until we go, hang on, this is far too much to have to cancel the show. So it's not, we don't go, it's rocky, cancel the show. There's a procedure taking things away for safety reasons until we go, well, if we take anything else out, there will be no show, so we might as well pull it. And then we actually reschedule it for the day after, so no one missed anything.
It's rare that a show gets cancelled.
Yeah.
I've been 6 contracts. And during that time, I've only ever been 2 cancelled shows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So.
Yes, last question for the lovely lady over here. That's hilarious. Are you allowed to date each other?
We're allowed, yeah.
And if so, are there any stories you wish to share?
Too many children around.
Oh my goodness, that is a brilliant question to end on. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause from our singers and our dancers here.